A lot of people have no idea what it's like to be in a mobility device, or to use a cane, or to be this way or that way. And every person is different. So my life in a wheelchair would be different than someone else's life in a wheelchair.
Hi, my name is Jordan. I was wanting to make an appointment to see my case manager today. Okay, great, thank you very much. You have to sort of know where you're going, know what the sidewalks are like, know what the crosswalks are like. There's a lot of considerations that you have to take into account before you sort of venture out anywhere.
If there's direction available and it's accessible, that's fantastic. But you also have to bring your brain with you. Sometimes there's signage for access for wheelchairs, and some of it makes a lot of sense, but some of it doesn't make any sense at all. So it's up to you to be creative enough to see where you're going and whether or not something works for you.
Living in New West, if you want to go sort of from downtown up into somewhere in the more uptown areas, you're going to be wheeling up a hill or taking transit. I'm very careful when I go across the street that car that I see coming up here better be slowing down before I put myself in its path, because I'm shorter than most people, so their eye line isn't necessarily going to be trained on me. Fortunately, I've never been hit, but I do have lots of friends and acquaintances and people that I know of who have been.
Here we've reached some train tracks. Down here is a blind corner. Here's some bumps on the sidewalk. We've got the train tracks going so that if a person in a wheelchair or a walker has to cross them, they have to go into the street. So you have to look for cars. There's cars coming. Cross some tracks.
When I moved into this area, there wasn't really much here. Not being very accessible, there'd be bumps all over the place and obstacles all over that you would have to sort of maneuver around. And now, with the development that's gone on in the area, the whole area is sort of becoming much more accessible, I find. Because the area is developing quite rapidly, there's a lot of construction that goes on, and so your paths kind of change from day to day what's going to be accessible. The things that are happening here are positives, and so while they're inconvenient, they are eventually going to lead to an overall improvement on the area. We need to have our needs considered. Making a lot of the changes in where the things where you do encounter and you're like, why did they do that? I don't think that the changes to fix them would be that grossly expensive.
What's good about this dog park is how, with just a few little changes, it was made accessible for people with different mobility needs. It's the little things that a city does that makes all the difference and allows people to feel included.